Hi everybody, welcome to the next Going Beyond mentorship video. I love doing these videos because I get to take nuggets of truth that are coming up either for me personally in my work or with the people I serve and their work, and I get to share them with you. I hope you're enjoying these conversations. It goes without saying, if they've been helping you or serving you, do share them with friends. These are meant to uplift, so thanks for your support. Okay, today we're talking about what to do if you lose track of your why and if you feel like you're ready to throw in the towel on your idea or your business. So, first of all, I want to normalize these feelings. It is normal to get frustrated. It is normal to question whether it's all worth it, because let's face it, when you're creating something that comes from your heart, it's emotional, it's personal. And oftentimes we're doing these things by ourselves. I think in the entrepreneurial space, you tend to see a lot of solopreneurs. You see people who maybe have some support, but it's virtual. We don't always get to share a lot of the daily frustrations in connection with other humans, which, in a more of an office space environment, we might have a little bit more of that. Not so much these days. So it's normal to feel frustration and worry and a disconnect from your why. So I want to talk to you about what to do when those feelings come up. So the first thing is to ask yourself, interestingly, how am I doing? So a lot of the time when we're feeling frustrated with our work or burnt out with our work and feeling just disconnected, it stems from a feeling of disconnection from ourselves. So a really powerful thing to do when you start to feel these ideas coming up and you feel the frustration is to actually put the work down, put the stuff to the side, and take some holy time with yourself. So that could be anything. That could be a hike, that could be some yoga, that could be a bath. That could actually be a few days away from your work if you really need a break to just think. Because oftentimes it's not until we give ourselves a break or space that we can actually start to feel our creativity and our flow come back in. You know how like sometimes you'll lose something? You lose an object, a piece of jewelry or a toy that your kid loves or something, and you can't find it anywhere, and you're looking and you're searching and you're getting frustrated. And then when you just stop looking, suddenly it's almost like your eyes soften, your brain softens, and then one day it just appears. So it's the same thing with your feeling of flow and your feeling of connection with your work or your idea. So if you're feeling disconnected from your why and almost like you want to throw the towel in, the first thing to do is to return to yourself and give yourself some nurturing, some love, some peace, some inspiration, or maybe a good old-fashioned break. So that's the first thing. The second thing to come back to your why and to why you're here in the first place is to give yourself a chance to come back to it. It's the same thing we do when, let's say, our close relationship, whether it's our partner or a really close friend, they're pissing you off and you're just over it. Sometimes, especially in the relationships that we know we don't really want to give up on, we have to come back to the reason we love them in the first place. And that can happen in a variety of ways. It can happen when we take a break from them and we actually kind of ponder our connection. It can come from writing, journaling. It can come from memory. It can come from writing down some of your first chemistry moments of falling in love, or moments when you first met your friend and you just thought they were the best. Whatever the memories are that remind you of that initial connection, it's like you need to physically manifest those memories and remind yourself, right? So it's the same thing with our work. Why does it matter to you? Why did you do this in the first place? So I had a really powerful experience with this with one of my mentorship clients. She's very special. She's very dear to me. And if she's watching this, she's going to know it's her. But she had a business that she created. She serves people through food and recipes and organization. And she was feeling a little bit disconnected from sort of the heart and soul and the why. And a really powerful journey that we've gone through, particularly in our first few sessions, was really to go back into her history, into her past, into why food mattered for her, why meals mattered for her, why bringing family together in this sort of traditional way mattered so much to her that she would actually build a business around it. And coming back to that why has been really transformational for her in terms of her messaging. It's moved into all of her videos and her social media posting, and even into the things that she's going to build next. So we sometimes need to slow down and rewind and go back into what we know to be true. It's easy to forget because when you're rolling and you're moving and you're posting and you're writing and you're speaking and you're creating based on now, you don't always remember what brought you here in the first place. And that is very powerful information, and it's never gone. It's easily accessible if you just take a moment and reconnect with it. Get your journal. You should always have a creative journal as an entrepreneur, as a thinker, as an ideator. This idea journal is a place to drop your memories, drop your whys, drop your frustrations. It's a place to collect your lists, your to-dos. It's like your everything place. And it makes you feel like you've got yourself kind of held. I love the idea of having an everything journal. I'll show you mine. I am exactly where I need to be. So I hope this video helps you remember some ways to get back to yourself and back to your why so that you don't throw the towel in unnecessarily. And perhaps at another conversation, we'll talk about what do you need to do if you really do need to throw the towel in. That's a separate conversation, but let's think about this first before we go there. If you're curious about my mentorship program, head over to goingbeyondmovement.com, fill out our intake form, and I would love to talk to you about what you have going on in your ideal world. I'm sure it's something fabulous. Bye.